We're fucked.
Okay, let's get this started. So, Pen, you've done some work on your character,
No, don't start with me.
Have fun.
Wow.
but
Dude, I need the book.
you're nearly done, so the rest of us can help you, figure out the rest of it. It'll be fine.
I'm actually, like, done.
Okay, that's good. Then we can just go through it. That's wise, the math seems to add up just fine. Bit of leadership, bit of high ritual, bit of etiquette, all of that makes sense. Let's see. You have sorting things in the face as one of your focuses, right?
Yeah, I have 2 dots of melee.
Given the fact that we will probably be limiting, focuses with the appropriate abilities, you might want to move something into melee to bring it to 3 at least.
I can't botch etiquette rolls.
You
And I
can.
have 5
If you take that birthright, yes.
That's the birthright that I chose.
Okay, write it.
So,
I'm gonna write it into your merits then.
okay, I didn't know where to put it. So,
Okay, for those of you wondering, Pen has decided to take Blood, and I have given her the option of taking it up to 9 points from the original 4, which gives all the wonderful, or many, most really, of the wonderful benefits that Changeling offers to Half-Blood Changelings, including limited access to their magics. That ability to never botch etiquette or politics rolls is gonna be extremely valuable, I would say.
so I can move 1 dot from etiquette to melee. Since I can't botch etiquette rolls, it's less important.
Yes. I'm gonna switch over to your notes and see about writings, meditations, rituals. Okay. You know how we're gonna do this? We're gonna do it like this. If you are trying to, for example, channel a level 4 sphere, and you have the ability at level 4, you don't need to roll for it. If you're trying to channel over your level of skill, then you need to just make a basic roll to see if you manage to screw it up at like 6. And that way it's still reasonably doable, there's a small reward for taking it higher, and it sort of works. Okay, and you have the vulnerability to cold iron and vengeful to get of Fenris because of a backstory thing where they killed your father.
Wait, hold on. Pen's weakness is to cold iron still.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta be stabbed before it works, though.
Have faith.
I thought you had to. Oh God.
Have you seen the Nephilim merit, Allied? Have you seen the amount of shit you get if you take it? Yeah.
Does that how do cold? Quick question about cold iron. How is that made again? Is that just raw iron?
No, it's iron that's essentially smithed or cast. It can't be steel, it can be any sort of modern alloy, and it has to be forged in a fire. So you could in theory mass produce it, but most modern techniques for, mass producing iron stuff would preclude it from counting as cold iron.
Alright. Thank you.
So it's relatively common, but it's not something you're gonna run into with every pocket knife. Because those are generally steel these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are they out here in the fucking boonies? That's what I thought. Fucking have fun, Pen.
What could possibly go wrong?
Now, for your avatar essence and your avatar in general, why don't you describe to me how you imagine your avatar?
I have no clue.
Okay. So primordial avatars are essentially things that existed before Light and Order, etc., etc. They're generally mysterious and unshaped. So, guys, why don't... what makes sense here?
I'm just thinking like an earthbound look, apocalyptic form for Pens at this point. Just with the amount of stuff Pen has put into one character, there's no good way to see this avatar.
You know, why don't we say, if you're okay with this, that it appears in your dreams generally and it shows itself as a like a bolt of lightning just dancing in midair? Does that work for flavor text?
Why has it got to be lightning?
Well, because you don't have a better idea. If you do, feel free.
What if it looked like a swarm of like spirits that coalesce to have like one face? A swarm of bees? No, not a swarm of bees.
Spirit bees. Bzzzt.
It's totally like one thing. Totally. Yeah. How about like a swarm of coalesced spirits? Because lightning is lame.
Wow, did you hear that, Nyaxi? I think you need to
Lightning-
show Ben how cool lightning is.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Okay. So a swarm of spirits that coalesce. Describe the appearance of these spirits.
Ethereal and like see-through in some parts, but more opaque as you approach the center. Like the center forms the like face, like the features of the avatar, so they're more opaque and I don't know.
Okay, I think I get what you're... It's like a vortex in midair that forms into a face towards the center. Of just swirling spirit stuff then.
Yep.
Sure, that works.
It's spooky and primordial.
So, you also want to have a changeling treasure. What art did you have in mind for that? Keep in mind, it is a singular power as opposed to everything up to a given level of art.
Okay. I needed to know that. So I chose level 4 Pyretics, which is Engulf.
Okay. Okay, in that case, sure. Keep in mind though, that if you put it up to 4 dots, then it's just gonna have that ability. Because I do account for extra dots, you know. Essentially giving it the other bonuses or bonus abilities based on what the weapon has done. And another important factor to consider is that you will have to put glamour into it. It will use glamour when casting the cantrip.
Okay.
Essentially, it will have an internal store that you will eventually have to recharge once it runs out. So you'll have to keep track of how much is currently in it.
I gave it a name.
Okay.
Spirit Blaze.
Sure. Engulf then. Are you sure you don't want to take it up to 5? I would be willing to give it a bonus to, say, allow it to hit spirits then.
I mean, I have a spare point. I just didn't know if I was going to group it or not for pooling.
Fuck bowling, right?
I don't know.
Pull it. Pull it.
It's not like I'm gonna fuck you on basic things like food and clean water.
You can drink from
Well,
the
do you
river.
guys want
no
me to be able
problem.
to cast an art on you guys so that you get back up from death if you die, or do you want me to be able to light things on fire?
You mean you have to cast it before we die and know which one of us we're gonna die? And then we'd actually have to die?
Like I was saying, Pen, the extra points are the ones that will essentially determine the extra bonuses. So if you are taking it, at least I think that's the way I did it with the changeling I gave a weapon. I will double check, because I don't want to screw you. Actually, no. No, I didn't. So you know what? With that name, I'm just gonna give it as a bonus the ability to hit spirits. On top of the engulf.
Oh.
So yeah, it's... Huh. It's a level 4 thing. Let's add another minor bonus. Yeah. Let's go with that. As long as it's on your body, I'm gonna give you the benefits of danger sense. So namely, I will be rolling secretly when, you know, danger is around. Because the blade failed once to guard the family it was supposed to protect.
Oh no, is it one? Is it like the fucking Doors?
Oh, it's sad and remorseful about its failures.
Yes.
Wait, is it from your dad? Hold on, is it from Pen's dad?
It's from Pen's mother after she settled in the freehold, like, take this, it will protect you.
It remembers your father. It was just a dagger then.
Sad and remorseful about letting my dad die.
It has a hatred for wolves.
Yeah, no, it makes you have to roll fucking.
Oh
I
no!
already have to roll that.
Yes,
Oh no.
Is anybody in this party spec for like social stuff?
I Penn would be, considering Penn literally couldn't botch etiquette rolls, but I guess fucking not.
Hey,
No, she hates werewolves.
I can do etiquette, but
She's
I
a
don't have any empathy or expression.
I have that. I can do diplomacy. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Oh,
I-
that's even worse.
I see.
I speak Portuguese.
Awesome.
By the way,
Oh, that's right. I was
Then-
gonna pick up like fucking Sumerian.
you do have a max of personal quintessence pool of your avatar rating plus 2 due to your changeling background, so you would start with 5.
Okay.
So you're going with engulf then.
I mean, I asked everybody else, and then they didn't offer me opinions. Do you want me to light things on fire? Or do you want me to prevent people from dying, essentially?
And you
Prevent
still
people
have
from
to.
dying. Prevent people from dying.
Penn still needs to cast that beforehand, though, right? On only one of us.
Yeah, but it's still a good idea to have it.
Yeah, but then who's gonna be the one it gets casted on?
Me.
Why you of all people?
Because I'm the guy that's gonna talk to people, and if they kill me once, they probably won't kill me the second time. Right?
Oh, okay, here's my question then. How does it work? Do you just get back up where you were? Where it was casted? Like, how does it work? Because otherwise...
You burn to ash and then eventually rise from the ashes. How soon depends on the...
Number of successes rolled.
Yep.
So, basically, you burst in the flames, become ash, and you just hope whoever you were talking to isn't smart enough to go, let's just collect these.
Yes.
Werewolf pisses in the ashes, Jackalor comes back wrong.
He comes back half werewolf.
Nah, he'll be
What
fine.
was the thing where you were impossible to kill unless you were killed in a very specific way?
Yeah, that is a merit.
Yeah.
That's like a 7-point merit. I think it's
Yeah.
called like immortality or something.
Because I'd love to be able to just say fuck you to that as long as I'm not staked in a bog.
We'll get to you. Okay, and how much should this hold in glamour? We're gonna say it has a total pool of 6. Roll me a 1d6 pen.
1.
Boy.
0. Because, that's how dice work.
So, there's a couple of charges that have been used, but it still has 4 in it. And you can just refill it with your quintessence. Others can't, because they don't have a connection to glamour.
What's grammar? What's that?
Unless they, actually use Prime to channel it in just the right way.
I have Prime, I can do that.
So you guys are sure?
No, I don't want you to resurrect people.
Just do the
Wow,
resurrection thing.
allied.
So we're for sure going with level 4.
You sure you want to go with Pyretics specifically?
No, I was gonna continuously make decisions as this went on, but then you started on me first.
Okay, fair enough. Are there any focuses you want to change?
No?
Okay. We're gonna treat this sword as... Well, it's a special thing, but as far as your personalized focus goes, it's gonna be your book. And I'm gonna let you use other
Sword
holy
is gonna
books.
be my book.
No. The sword is gonna be... Sword's gonna be a separate thing. Your book is gonna be your personalized focus, the one that gives you a -1 when you're using it to the difficulty.
Okay.
Because that's something you have made yourself. I'm letting everyone have one tool that they have, handcrafted to be special and just right for them at the start. Okay, that is good then. Who wants to go next? And then there was silence. Okay. Naxi.
Yeah.
So, tell us a story about where your points have gone.
I think I bought the second strength dot. The rest seems, as far as attributes go, to line up.
Okay, the one of the abilities has been bought up, I can see, or one of the talents has been bought up, and melee I think has been bought up with freebies most likely, or not.
No, with XP.
Okay, then we are gonna have to double check this because I think you've probably fucked something up. Okay, you're right, we should double check your XP math as well. We'll circle right back to that, Ben. You just think about whether you want to change something, and I'm gonna work through Nyax's stuff. Okay, well, I can tell. Oh, right, that's the thing. Because you are using your knowledges as secondary, right?
Yeah, seems like. Yeah. And talents is then tertiary, I think, because I bought a lot in that.
So, 2 bought in intimidation, 2 in athletics, and 1 in art. And yes, that lines up. Strength as well, so that is 18, 20, 24. Plus 16, that's 40. Plus 58, that's 98. The math looks right. A red 24, so that was buying it to 4.
Yep.
34 on matter.
Yeah, I bought it up from the ground.
From the ground, you say. Yes, that checks out. Entropy and mind. So that's raw 2. Okay, let's see. Buying the first. Okay, let's see. I think you can do this more effectively.
Yeah, probably now that you bring it up.
Because matter. You have brought it to 3, right? Which is
Yep.
great. But if you buy that with the free points, you can save 4 XP because the first level is 10 in each. So you buy entropy, mind, and prime 1 with XP instead, you save 4 points.
Okay, so now I need to change the math a bit then.
And let's see, can we optimize your... Okay, you brought alertness up to 2, right? With your starting dots.
Yeah, I think so.
You can save another 2 points by using that. Let's see. That's right. Ah, shit. I'm trying to figure this out because fucking points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, what you want to do. Alright, that's not quite the way it would go, but you can save at least 1, I'm pretty sure. If you buy, say, athletics up with the starting dots, and then buy the rest with XP. you should end up by 1 XP from that.
So that's 5 extra XP.
Okay, let's do it this way. You have spent a total of 14 on talents, right? So let's say we buy the first levels in 2 and athletics up to 3, right? So
Yeah.
let's say we buy alertness and art up to 2. With XP, that's 4 spent. And intimidation up to 3 with XP for a total of 9. So you would end up spending a total of 13. So you'd have 1 more than the way you have spent it. Alright, you saved 4 from the spheres and another one here. Which means you have 7 left.
Yep.
Sure you need exhaust.
I mean, it's not quite enough for another dot of strength. Oh, well, I mean,
See, if you take down 1 willpower and 1 background, for example, so you could have another free dot from freebies somewhere, like say buying that melee up with that, you would definitely have enough to buy Prime 2, at which point you become a lot more dangerous. Because you can just
Yeah.
conjure shit.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, 8 willpower is still plenty.
That's what I would suggest, just drop a background willpower point, save this 6 XP from melee, and that way you have rearranged things to free up a total of 11 XP from this, so you'd have a total of 13, which means that Prime 2 would be 8. You would have 5 left over, which means you can buy another ability up to 2. Or save the 5 XP for something else.
Yeah.
Or buy the first level of something else, as the case may be.
I mean, I think Prime 2 is more useful to me, at least right now.
Alrighty then. Okay, you'll readjust the notes. You remember how I suggested altering things, right?
Yeah, I did alter the abilities. I'm not sure how the spheres exactly went.
The spheres, essentially you are buying essentially forces and matter you're buying with the free points, the others you're buying with XP.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
So you just add 8, 10 to entropy, mind, and prime. So that should be good to go. Let's double check your stuff. Meditation, writing inscription runes, symbols, elements, circles, geometric designs, ordeals and exertions, and weapons. This is a decent set. You should be good to go. Unless you want to change some of your focuses in some way.
No, I don't think so. I think they are pretty nicely picked.
Okay. Pen. anything you have decided to change?
I am still reading things.
Okay. Can you take a second away from that and we could run through the XP expenditures to make sure all is well. Points wise,
Okay.
those are just the basic points, so I assume the stuff is generally spent on.
I spent 24 plus 32, so 56 XP on Arete? Is that how you say it?
I think it's close enough, it'll do. Okay.
And then I spent the amount that it would cost to get Spirit to 4.
Okay.
I don't remember what that is.
Let's count. So 24 plus 32 for Arete, another 24 for a total
Spirit
of.
is my affinity sphere, so it'd only be 21.
So that's 77. Okay. I will go through the freebies in a second to make double sure. You get 1 dot of art for free and 2 dots of realms. Right. Was your mother an Arcadian she or a
No.
Autumn she? Autumn she, right?
She wasn't. Yeah.
Okay. Good, then that is correct. So, actor, that's 3 XP, so 77 plus 3 plus prop, that's another 8. And it was 4
Plus-
per level of art, so plus 12. Which means that it's exactly at 100.
Cool. I actually did the math right.
Okay, freebies, freebies, freebies. These notes are in no way current, I expect.
They are.
They are? Well, let's double check. So, vulnerability cooldown, vengeful get of Fenris, that's 5 points for free, so you have a total of 20 freebies to work with. 9 get spent on Feyblood, so you have 11
I have
left.
11 left.
Then you have 8 spent on Arete, which means you have 3 left.
Which is spent in backgrounds.
Okay, then the entry about 3 freebies in Feyblood is the one that's confusing me. And it looks good. I think your math is appropriate. Other than the 1 background point which you might be able to commit to the group, the sheet
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, the sheet is exactly as it should be. Congratulations. Jackalor, is there anything you would like to change? I think you wanted to move a dot into survival from something.
Craft.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything that you need for crafts. Bones and remains. Right. You know, I think for a lot of these, or at least preparing new tools, you might want that dot or maybe even 2 of crafts.
I could remove some status of stealth because, you know.
Just. And we double checked your math, right?
Yes.
You specifically wanted to buy up quintessence with freebies, right?
Yes, 1 freebie spent on quintessence.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, can I move two of the dots in stealth into survival and craft?
Sure. Just keep in mind, if you don't have the ranks when you're trying to do something in crafts, I will make you do an appropriate roll at difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just fair warning,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a thing. And you... Did you pick up a language? You did. Excellent. Good job. You don't suck. Allied.
Oh no.
We're gonna
Hey,
leave
what's going
Tango till last, because he annoys me the most.
Oh, you're gonna fucking hate me then.
What did I do? Except the casual interruptions of the stream.
The only thing I know is that I want 8 or 5.
8 or 5?
Yeah, so I can have 5 up in my spears.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well,
I kind of got sidetracked this week. My apologies.
that is perfectly fine from your stuff.
The
I-
salt's still the same.
I think I at least raised the idea of perhaps moving away from brain-computer interface to another focus. I can't remember what I was suggesting though. Do you?
Was it last night?
It was when we were talking with Epic. It was early morning for me, so
It was about me picking up the language of
oh right, you
like-
wanted Babylonian, and it made sense for that to be a source code thing.
yes.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting it, because it would really fit with the rest of your stuff.
Just random guy starts speaking ancient Babylonian.
Technocracy scatters. Take cover!
He's a reality warper. Call the Marines. That would kind of give me away real fucking quick if I started speaking that to the technocracy. Which one was that supposed to do away with?
Brain-computer interface, if you're okay with that.
Alright, my only issue is I already have voice and vocalizations.
You do, but here it would be different. Voice and vocalizations means that you are speaking things, but you might as well be speaking in English and making a bad poetry, right?
Okay.
So, for example, if you combined languages with this, you would be speaking bad poetry in ancient Babylonian, so no one would understand how bad it is.
Just think I'm speaking like pig Latin, suddenly fireball.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. What do I even have? How many dots in language do I have to put to even be able to have this?
You need to have a 1-point merit for language. That or an appropriately high academics, because it's probably a dead language at this point.
Huh. So fuck, a 1 point. Oof.
It's up to you. You can get away with academics for this.
How high do I need to put academics?
I would say at least 2, given that it's not exactly a surface level subject to have some kind of working understanding of Babylonian.
So it would be cheaper than to go with the 1 point merit.
Well, it depends, because here you can get it to 2 and 3 and sort of get away with it. And just use the starting points, right?
Okay. I'll take the merit. Oh crap! That's right.
Okay. Probably some kind of horrible accident or a useful spell that put an actual understanding of the language in your brain then.
Okay, I'm back. I apologize for that. What for it to go in merits?
Yeah, we're backstory-wise, we're gonna say that it was put into your mind by magic, so you actually know the language, how it was spoken.
This is why I only have like one apprentice compared to everybody else. Everybody has a high casualty rate having this language magically imprinted into their brain.
You
It
know,
makes
Theo,
kind of sense. I am a reality warper.
right. You know, you need mind, like, I'm pretty sure at least 3 to implant a language in someone, probably 4.
There's a high casualty rating for a reason. I just think they're bad at being apprentices. Not that I'm bad.
Yeah, it's 4.
Well, okay, I guess we're just gonna wrap up character creation today then, because Jackalor is fucked in the head.
God damn it.
But that
Oh.
is fine.
Jackalor's gone quick. We could seize the chantry for ourselves. Oh, that's right. That's the other merit that I want to pick up. Was it second spear affinity or second tradition affinity?
That is probably in the Book of Secrets, because that has most of the things. Let me try and find it. I'm not at all familiar with mages' merits and flaws.
Apologize. Where did I put these? Why did they just vanish on me? They just gone.
Did you use the other tabs allied in the sheet?
Background, Roy's experience. I haven't even touched them yet.
Okay, if you want to take that, someone is gonna have to help with finding it. Because I'm pretty sure it was a thing, but a quick search isn't turning it up. Sorry, Naxi?
Which one exactly?
Secondary affinity.
Basically, you had like another teacher or whatever, and before your
Oh, that
recent
is Twin Traditions. It's an entirely different thing.
It drops the second. It drops the second one to have like the same primary tradition.
I think it was a shit. You know what?
I'm hunting for it as well right now.
We're nearly at the point where I normally cut the video if I was being a good during that recording session, so we might as well take 2 minutes here.